Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the very first video of my tattoo series. I'm gonna call this tattoo talk on my channel, and in part 1, so this video, we're gonna talk about the design. First of all, disclaimer, I am not a tattoo artist or trained to be one. All the advice I am giving is based upon my own experience and the people close to me. If you want to add your own experience or opinion, please do so politely in the comment section. And finally, if you dislike tattoos or body modifications, feel free to skip this video. Now, I'm gonna use some examples in my videos, and those examples come from my own very first tattoo. I will include pictures, etc. in the future when you will see me get the tattoo. I have a lot of pictures of it because it was my very first one. Anyhow, the design. What do you want and where do you want it on your body? That is the very first question that you have to ask yourself. Now, there's a lot of ways to get inspired and to find ideas for a tattoo that you would like. I personally really like Instagram, I like Facebook, and I like using Pinterest. Instagram and Facebook especially to find artists and to find designs that I like, and then Pinterest to assemble them all onto boards. And Pinterest is full of really awesome tattoo designs, so I am pretty sure that if you type in, for example, my first tattoo had a cat skull in it. If you type in cat skull tattoo, you will find a lot of designs, and I just made a Pinterest board with everything on it. There's also Tumblr, which a lot of people like to use. I personally do not use Tumblr, and there's a lot of magazines on tattoos recently as well. So if you like to have physical magazines or something you can look at that isn't on a computer, there's a lot of magazines out there as well. Now, something I find really important when you look for a tattoo that you want to get is that you do not plain copy someone else's custom design. Now, I'm not talking about band logos or flash art or a generic tattoo such as an anchor or an infinity sign. No, I am talking about for example, Catherine Brand's tattoo. She has a video on it. Someone else just took her tattoo and had it put on her own body. It's obviously a custom piece. It's something that went a lot of work in from the artist to create a custom piece for Catherine, so I think it is a real shame that someone just took that tattoo and had it put onto their bodies. I think personally it is not done for that type of tattoos. Now, if you aren't 100% sure on what you want and where you want it, you can obviously get it done in henna, which has been around for ages, and you will have that design for a period of more or less 3 months on your body. And this is especially a good thing if you want to try out the placement of a tattoo that will be more visible. Let's say, for example, you want something on your arm, which is more or less doable in henna as well. I would totally recommend first getting it done in henna so you can have a look how it feels. If it's in summer, what type of clothing you have to wear to cover it up. Also, how do the people at your job react? So there's a lot of things you have to keep in mind. Now, here in Belgium we have a tattoo shop called Body Design, and they also offer to print your tattoo design onto body transfer. So it's like those kiddie tattoos that you get sometimes, those stick-on tattoos. It's exactly that, but they can print it onto until an A4 size paper, so that's quite large already. So you can have it for a few days. I think it's between 3 days to a week that you will have it on your body. I think that's a really good idea as well if you're not sure. It's a good option and a good alternative to directly having the ink put in your body. Now, I personally did not do any of those things. I just had my tattoos put on my body, but I was really sure what I wanted to. Once you have what you would like to get on your body, it's time to find an artist. And I think it is really important that you go to an artist that does the type of tattoos that you want. Do not ask someone who does dot work and black work to suddenly do a color tattoo because you want a color tattoo. I think you should really find the artist that matches the style of tattoo that you want, and it's better to do some more research and to wait a bit longer before getting your tattoo than having it done badly by someone who doesn't know the techniques for the type of tattoo that you want, or someone who's just started, or someone who's cheap. I think tattoos are something that is artwork that will be permanently on your body once you get it. So for my tattoos, I only go to the artist that I want to go to, even if that means waiting for a year before getting my session. So to book your session, it all depends on how the artist works. Here in Belgium, most shops prefer that you come actually to the shop to sit down and talk with the artist to discuss your idea. They will maybe immediately start sketching, they might do it afterwards, and you will have to pay a deposit for your tattoo. Most of the time that deposit is 50 euros. I've never been to a shop where they ask less, and that's also the startup cost for any tattoo. So even if you get a really tiny tattoo or a really big tattoo, the startup cost is always 50 euros. If an artist, a bigger artist, is coming to your country and they say, I'll open bookings right now, please, if you want to book that artist, send a mail immediately. I've had it a few times that I've sent a mail too late and that they're already fully booked. And yeah, waiting times for my tattoos, the first one I got done, it took half a year from my appointment to my actual session, and the other one was with a artist that still had a few spots open on a temporary job here in Belgium, so I was able to go within, I think, a month more or less. Now for me personally, I like to plan out my tattoos. I have a lot of tattoos that I want and I write them down. So for example, the next tattoo that I'm gonna get started on chronologically, I think, will be my sternum, then my back, and then my arm. I've already booked the appointment for my back, not for my sternum yet because the tattoo artist isn't taking appointments just yet because he's coming to Belgium temporarily this summer, and I have to wait another 2 weeks before I can book my appointment. Anyhow, I take about 1 to 3 months between thinking about what I want and actually finding an artist and writing to the artist that I want to get it done. So within those 3 months that goes between me thinking about what I want and actually contacting the artist, I have a little bit of room to think, do I want it different? Do I want it done by another artist? I will look up pictures of people who have a similar tattoo. So for me, a lot of research goes into my tattoos, also because I work in an office environment and I really have to take in account that my tattoos cannot be visible. So if, for example, I would have started with my arm tattoo, I'm not sure I would have even gotten this job that I currently work at. So I'm just planning out my tattoos, and between my first and my second tattoo were only 2 weeks because the appointments fell together really close. But then between my second and my third tattoo, I think there will be 1 year, 1.5 year space time. And then the other one will be a half year later. So I take about 3 to 6 months between my tattoo sessions just because I want to be able to enjoy the process and see myself evolve. This was the first video of my tattoo talk series, so about the design, so where you're gonna get your tattoo and what you're gonna get. So what I think is most important is that you think about your tattoo and that you wait a couple of months at least between the idea of the tattoo and actually getting it done. Also be sure to pick the right artist for your tattoo. It is worth looking a bit longer for the best artist you can find than having it done by the first artist on the block of the street. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. In the next video we will be talking about the actual session and getting your tattoo done. Subscribe if you haven't already to get updates of every single video I make, so you get an update of the next tattoo talk video as well. If you have any questions or want to share your opinion on tattoos, please be polite and do so in the comment section. In the description box you will find a link to my blog post also on this subject if you want to just read through it. You can do that as well. Yeah, and I will hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.